Hey there, Libra. So we're going to be starting your reading. And this is the How to Find Love spread. So for those of you that are looking for the quick fix kind of readings where it's, not really an inward journey of sorts, you can click off of this video because this video is about how to understand yourself better and what exactly is getting in your way. Are we doing self-sabotage? Are we doing anything like that to stop us from achieving what we truly want in life? So that's what we're going to be focusing on. Okay, and we're going to see what's going on, what the issues are, and going from there. So with that, we're just going to get right into the reading. We're not going to do a long intro. And so I'm going to start off, and I'm going to say this last thing here. If you guys are wanting to do a private reading, you can check out my website down below, or you can just visit vitaltarot.com, and you can look at that, and you guys can let me know what you think of the website, and you guys can message me, and we can go from there, okay? And the email is vitaltarot1@gmail.com, but let's just get straight into your reading. So our first card that we're going to be looking at here, this card represents you and the issues surrounding you. And we get the Eight of Swords, okay? So if this is representing you right now, this is kind of like feeling like you're trapped in a situation. So this is like being mentally trapped in a situation. Oh, I'm just trying to organize stuff here. Just give me a second. This is feeling like being mentally trapped in a situation. So you're not actually trapped, but mentally you feel like you are. So this can be spiraling thoughts where you kind of arrive at the same conclusion over and over again and you can't think about it in any other way. This can also be something where you feel like you need to let go of the situation, but for some reason you can't, right? Because as we see right here, the butterfly is emerging from its chrysalis, right? Its little cocoon, and it's getting ready to do something. There's knives all around it, there's swords all around it. It has to do something eventually because it is emerging. So it can either fall or it can fly, but it's up to the butterfly to do that, okay? They're not called butterfalls, they're called butterflies because they don't fall, okay? So you guys have to fly, you guys have to get your wings ready to go, and you have to understand that you are the ones that are in charge of your own life. Nobody else is. People can put you in a position where you feel powerless, but that doesn't mean that you are powerless. That's just other people trying to dull your shine, okay? So, the second card, this card represents your behavioral patterns that are influencing your love life. Okay. And this is the Seven of Wands in reverse. And so, what I'm seeing here, and this is interesting with both of these, okay, what we have here and here, they're sort of similar if you look at them. They're kind of similar in opposite ways. So this one is mentally not being able to let go or feeling like you can't let go because something's blocking you. And this card here is not being willing to look inside. And so what is it that you're ignoring in your life, guys? What is it that is making it so that you can't move forward? Because I feel like you know what's there, but you're not taking the steps to address it. So instead, we kind of tiptoe around the subject and we're kind of like, when we have to walk on eggshells around ourselves, it makes it really difficult to address problems, and we can be irritable and grumpy and angry and so many other emotions that aren't necessarily positive because we haven't addressed anything within us. And that makes it hard for us to continue to want to be happy or continue to want to do things like self-care, self-love, that kind of stuff. It makes it difficult. So what is it, you guys? If you want to take a minute right now just to think about it, what's going on in your life where you feel like you're holding yourself back? Where you feel like the only person stopping you from doing what you want to do is you? What is it that's stopping you in that way? What, besides you, what else is stopping you? Okay? So the third card, this card represents the areas that need further growth in order for you to find love. And we see the Hierophant in reverse. So when it's like this, it's kind of like a traditional kind of thing. When it's like this, it's very untraditional, kind of non-committal is what it can be as well. So there could have been something in your past where you were in a relationship, you were in a situation where the person was very non-committal with how they acted. And so you're kind of the same way where you're like, I don't want to be in a relationship, I don't want to commit. And this only refers to some of you. But what's really going on? Were you hurt so badly that you couldn't commit anymore, that you couldn't put yourself in a situation a situationship with a relationship kind of a thing? Or were you focusing more on trying to complete the other person instead of working on yourself? Because in relationships, we will do that. And that's what hurts the most, is when we're putting in all this effort and time into helping another person or completing them. We're like putting in the puzzle pieces, we're making sure they're all ready to go. And then at the end of the day, we look down at ourselves and we're like, but I'm missing so many pieces. And they didn't help me grow, but I was helping them try to grow. Okay, so that's what I see here. There could definitely be a fear of relationships because of having that happen again, being left hanging, so to speak. Okay? So our fourth card here, this card represents the areas you need to change or process in order to find love. Okay, and we get the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay? So it's interesting that we have swords here quite a bit. Well, we just have two, but to me that's more than enough in this kind of reading. So love to you is something where it's mental, but it's also something that can be physical as well. So what I mean by that is love to you is kind of like it's like a thought. How do I put this? It's thought about in a certain way, right? It's remembered in a certain way. Emotionally, I feel like you know what love is, but it's like the kind of love that you're looking for. I don't feel like you've found within yourself, but you're looking for it in other people, and that makes it difficult to understand what it truly is, what it truly means. And so this card right here, so what do you need to process in order to change the way that you view love? In order to do that, we need to move on from mentally trying to control the situation, and we need to let things just happen. And when that starts to happen, when we start to let that happen, right, we start to dissolve barriers within ourselves that were stopping us from self-love. Because self-love is the one true barrier that the media, that a lot of things have enacted and sort of made it impossible for us to, maybe we're not pretty enough, or maybe we're not young enough, or maybe we're too fat, or we're too skinny, or we're too whatever, right? And those are not true. None of those are true. That's perception, and that's not you. You are not perception. You're a human, or you're a soul having a human experience, not a human having a soul experience. You're here to experience things. You're the universe experiencing itself, and you're a divine signature of that, okay? And so you need to look at yourself, and you need to look at the situation, and we need to grow from it. We need to blossom. We need to emerge, okay, from our cocoon. Regardless of if we're in the cocoon or we're not in the cocoon, okay? And I'm using the word cocoon a lot, but regardless of if we're there or if we're not, we have to grow, because without growing, without this kind of growth, we're going to stay where we are. And what hurts more than growth is stagnation. And so we need to keep growing, we need to keep evolving, and we need to keep these ideas of our identity as these constantly evolving beings. We're not set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. Even our existence is borrowed and temporary. Nothing is set in stone, okay? All right, so we're looking at the fifth card here. And this card represents areas that need to be liberated within yourself to allow love into your life. And look at that card right there. It's another sword card. It's the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay? So what that means to me is that we need to heal from heartbreak. We need to heal from past wounds. We have to. Because if we don't, we're going to continue to look at the future the same way we looked at the past. And bad things happened in the past, right? Because we needed to learn from them. But good things can happen in the future because we have learned from the past. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to repeat itself. No, it means that it's going to kind of unfurl itself. It's going to sort of unwind itself. And we can either watch it be a masterpiece or a creation that we were a part of, or we can see the universe create something that we were a part of, but we weren't necessarily involved in mentally, right? So it's about being in the present moment, and it's about knowing yourself and knowing what you need, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This is your How to Find Love reading until the start of May. I love you guys. If you guys would like to work with me, please let me know. You can visit the website down below, again, vitaltarot.com, and we do other things besides just tarot. We do energy work, and we can work through certain issues, and whenever you come to talk with me, it's an area of non-judgment. I don't judge anything you've been through. We have all been through something, right? And I'm not there to judge. Spirit just comes in and it helps, and that's what it does, and that's how it helps. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Take care, namaste, have a great day, and I will talk to you in May. Boy, that rhymed more than it should have. But have a good one, okay, guys?